Okay, so it's 6 a.m. This is our workout of the week in view of obviously the coronavirus lockdown. So I think the important thing with this is it's a guide for you to follow. It's a workout that you can do at your own pace. The best analogy, it's like laying out a buffet. Some of you will want to eat some of it, some of you want to eat all of it, some of you will be really picky. So just go with this, because I think there's going to be 60 or 70 of you plus watching this. So it's just a case of following at your own pace and getting what you need from it if you possibly can. I'm outside. I thought it makes sense to do an outside workout. So I've picked a really good spot, which is at the top of St Helens Woods. A nice view over Hastings, a nice sunrise. But anyway, I'm not sure an hour on my phone is going to take up quite a bit of memory space. So if it drops out, then I'll edit it down and add something on the end of it as a sort of as a cool down. But we'll go with it and get stuck in. All right. So just follow. Okay. The first bit is just about getting some mobility and getting some blood flowing in the body. Okay. So legs apart, hands here. You're going to come down. You're going to touch one side. You're going to come up to the top. Come up to the top and then touch the other side. We're going to go for a minute on these. Okay, so just at your own pace, nice and easy, big stretch, back down, back up. Okay, just be relaxed and just go with this. Okay, so I'm going to do this whole workout. This is an hour, so I'm going to do this whole thing with you, and you can do as much of it as you want, or you can do as little of it as you want, or if you want, you can just watch it, have a giggle. Because some of you know that this isn't me. I don't like to do live workouts or video workouts, but it's such a nice morning. I thought we'd get out, get some fresh air, get the body moving, see how we all feel. I actually came out yesterday afternoon to do this, and I wanted to find a quiet spot, and it was amazing how many people were out yesterday. I literally walked through the woods and saw 50 to 100 people out walking their dogs, and I'm sure they didn't go out once a day. Okay, so that's a minute of that, so have a little recovery. Yeah, it was just so busy yesterday. There were so many people out. I thought, you know what, get up, get it done in the morning. This is a good time to train. It's a really important time to get out, get your head straight, think about what's happening. Next couple of days is going to be an interesting challenge as people now start to get used to this lockdown. But right, it's 30 seconds recovery. We'll go again, so we go a bit deeper this time. I think the novelty of this lockdown with kids at home will wear off very, very quickly. It's good. So as you go up to the top, a nice big hyperextension, get that back moving. So I actually pulled my back at the weekend. This happens to me sometimes, and it's a little bit sore, so I'm just taking this a bit easier. I'm just going to take this all slowly, okay, nice and easy, nice and slowly. The fitter amongst you will want to go a bit harder. The less fit, you want to do it slowly. And that's all we're looking to achieve. Nice big mobility, big arms. Even if you'll be surprised, some of you will find this quite nice because it stretches off the back of the legs. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time. I might well go over. I think I've got about 10 seconds. This whole workout should be about 45-50 minutes. And you know what? If you can't do any of it, that's a minute. If you can't do any of it, don't worry. I'm not going to come and find you. I'm not going to come and chase you down. You do what you can. It's a shame not all 60 of you here right now with this great view. So nice. Usually we're down on the beach on a Friday morning, so the plan for this weekly workout is I might go to a different location every time and surprise you, do something a bit different every time. Right, it's another 30 seconds. So this time I'm going to go a bit deeper. I'm going to go a little bit wider with the legs, okay? All the way down, big stretch up. All the way down, big stretch up. Okay, it's good. So this is the third set. This is good mobility. I actually jogged through the woods this morning to get here, so I'm actually fairly warm anyway. So if you're going to go do a workout outside, it's a good plan to go and run there or jog there just to get warm first. I've even bought a tripod to put my phone on. because I worked out yesterday there'd be nowhere to hide my phone, and I didn't want to put it down on the floor. I know you can't see all of me, but if I put the phone far enough away so that you could see all of me, you wouldn't be able to hear me. I'm not even sure you're going to hear me that well now, but hopefully, without verbal instruction, you should be all right to follow this. One would hope. The confusion that follows. So I'm getting all the way down now, touching my feet, which is really nice. Nice, good stretch out. So we've been going 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes, which is about right for a warm up. So we've got nice and loose now, all the way down. Nice big stretch back. It's just loosening my back nicely. That's good. Okay, all right, so there, warm up and a little stretch done. So we're going to move on to squats, my favourite. So I'm just going to move this a little bit so that we can see the bench. There we go. Hopefully that's about right. We're going to just tilt this down just a smidge. There we go, that's good. Okay, squat. So what we're going to do, I've written this down just for ease. We're going to go squat to step up times 60 seconds with recovery of 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, so if I'm going to go, what time is it? 6:42. Okay, so we're going to go squat, step, squat, step. Kind of in the trees here, didn't work out very well. Squat, step, squat, step, good. Okay, a minute. Pick your location wisely. So I didn't take into account I've got trees above my head, but it's fine. So we're going to go, recovery's up to you, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever you prefer. So to get this done, I'm going to go 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go again now. If you get bored watching, go make a cup of tea or something. All right. Actually a thorn bush as well, so this is killing my head. Good plan, well thought out. That's actually starting to hurt my back a little bit now, so I'm just going to take a breather on that one, have a little stretch off. Yeah, with your step ups and your squats, try and alternate. So left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. That's really important. So I'm actually going to go and use this lower step on this last set because it's pulled my back a little bit, which isn't ideal. So I'm going to go shallower step so I can get myself straight at the top. Okay, so we're going to do a last minute. So we're going to go here. Okay, yeah, so that's not going to work. So my back's really sore. So do the last set, get that done. I'm going to move on from that because that's actually just pulling on my back a little bit. It's the squatting down position, even though I'm trying to keep my back straight. It's starting to hurt. when my back goes, generally it's gone for like 3-4 days, and this is day 4, so it's killing me at the moment. So right, glute bridge raise, these are pretty good. You should be able to see this all right. I'm just going to drop this down a smidge. And again, I'm going to do the best I can on this without it killing me too much. So if you've got something soft, chuck it on there. And then you lower yourself down onto the bench. Okay, so I'm going to go there. So knees are bent. I'm going to go down and press. Okay, so a little bit of a breather. Again, let's stand in this a little bit. I shall plan this a little bit better next time. So with a glute bridge, you can either have your feet like dead set together, you can have them slightly apart. It's entirely up to you, whatever works for you. Just make sure you're driving the hips, engaging the glutes really, really tight. And it just works a bit better. I'm sure you can see me exactly as I want. Looks a bit strange, I know. So I've just got my hoodie there just to rest on. So you can just lower yourself down onto there. Okay, the knees bent. I just drop and release. Nice big deep breaths with this. Breathe out as you press. So again, I'm going to do 2 sets. Keep it easy. Keep my back straight. You can do 3 sets. It'll make this last a little bit longer. If you want to make this a bit harder, just put one leg out and dip on one. You can rest the arm, left leg across, and then press the knee down nice and straight. Some adaptations to that just make it a bit easier. Across the other side. Okay, there's a minute. Problem with this bench is that, I'll show you afterwards, that the bench is mounted on a concrete plank, a concrete pad, and then the concrete pad drops off, and then there's a massive bank that goes, or hill goes all the way down to the bottom. And you can see how far it goes down if I just turn that around again. So I walked all the way down there and off into the distance. There's a sunrise coming up over Hastings. Looks lovely, doesn't it? So yeah, I could have found a better spot, but it was the view more importantly than anything else. Okay, so we've done our squats, we've done our glute bridge, so we're going to do a split squat. Okay, so for this, we've done these before, those have done these for me in circuits. So I'm going to position foot up on the bench. Need to find a wider angle camera. We're going to go foot up onto bench, leg foot forward. And again, you can either rest toe down, as in that way, or down onto the heels, okay? We're going to go 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. These are quite effective. So we're going to go down and up. That's it, it's good. Wonder what time all of you will watch this, whether you'll get this done this morning, or whether you'll be doing it this afternoon. or not at all maybe. Like I say, I mean, this is the first time I've kind of really done an online workout. Usually I work with people one-to-one, so it's more interactive, so we can judge it. But if this works for you guys, then you're going to get something out of it. That's 30 seconds. Balance. If you guys are going to get something out of it, then we'll do more. Not a problem. Hence why I said about the monetizing. Okay, that's a minute, so that's quite easy. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. I'm banging my knees on the floor here. Hope you're all doing well in this lockdown. As I say, yesterday I was out and there were so many people out. I'm at home with the girls because Steph's obviously off because of her Achilles, and so nursemaiding her and doing all the other chores and looking after the kids. And so it feels like a week's holiday at the moment, which is concerning for me how we get towards the end of the week, end of next week, end of the third week, just how people are going to feel. So keep the back straight on this. I'm going to go down. I've already seen one person this morning out walking their dog. Not that it's not allowed, but it begs the question, how many times a day do you walk your dog? Those that have got dogs, how many times a day do you walk your dogs? 1, 2? Is that okay? Are you mixing other people? You're heading into the woods? I don't know. There's rules and there's guidelines, I guess. Okay, other side. These won't burn massively, but you'll certainly feel it. That's good. Weirdly, if I keep my back straight, my back doesn't hurt. It's when I bend over it kills me, so apologies for that. Not a lot I can do, is there? So the plan on this is to 20 minutes of legs, give or take, 20 minutes of arms, and then 20 minutes of core. You can do as much of that as you want. So we're going to go third set on these. I'll do 3 sets of these. Obviously I've missed 2 sets on the squats and the glute raises, just to hurry it along a little bit. Don't want you to get bored. Not that you would, right? Keep an eye on the time. So fortunately there's a clock on my video screen here, so I'm more concerned about the actual time running out on the phone, because I only got about 4 gig available. Apparently I need about 3.5 to 4 gigs, so like I say, if it cuts off, then I'll add a bit on later from the studio at home, get this off and do it again. Good, it's starting to kick in a bit now. It's 30 seconds. The most awkward spot I picked. The bank literally drops off, there's nowhere to put my feet. Should bring my own bench next time. With this you can put your hands where you like as well. If you want to put above your head, put above your head. If you want to make it harder, keep the arms raised. There's loads of adaptations to this. Okay, so kick that off. So that's 3 sets of those done. Okay, so the next stuff will be arms, and so I'm just going to rush this through a little bit. You don't need to be watching the whole thing. I doubt you'll all follow this exactly with me anyway. So, it's one of my, oops, let's move this around a little bit. I should have done this with a full camera crew, shouldn't I? It would have made life a lot easier. Okay, so the important thing here, arms, refer to my sheet. So this is what I call my pec and reach. So we're using our pecs. If there was any resistance coming this way, the important thing here is to keep elbows above armpits. Those that have done this before with me in circuits will have remembered this. All we're doing is keeping our arms there, and you're bringing them in really slowly and then pressing them up. Okay, so we're going to go in 5. Okay, so there and reach, there and reach. So although there's no resistance loading on this, we're just working with obviously our arms, because I don't expect you all to go and buy dumbbells and kettlebells and stuff. If you want to go for a walk in the woods and you want to take a rucksack with you, and in that rucksack you want to put a couple of bags of sugar, or I don't know, a couple of dead weights or something you've got, then you can do. But actually just doing this slowly, breathing with it, allows you just to get some good work through the shoulders. You'll feel it in the tops of the shoulders. Just feels quite nice. There's somebody else walking their dog, so that's 2 dog walkers out at this time in the morning. I don't even look like they're people that go to work. So by the end of this minute, you'll start to feel this a little bit. Maybe they'll come and join me for their workout. What do you think? Little old lady down there with a stick. Looks like she's dressed for winter. Okay, so that's a minute. So at the end of that minute, if you're doing it slowly, doing it properly, you will feel it burn. So it's one of those exercises where you say you're not pulling against any resistance. Like if you were sat on a pec machine, you'd be really using the chest to pull it. This actually works more on the shoulders, a little bit on the back and the traps, because obviously you've got your arms up. When you're doing these exercises, think about what it's working. Tune into it. Don't just sit here and drift off. Tune into what's actually happening, okay? Right, so we'll go second set. So again, arms up, nice and tight. Touch. Make sure your elbows touch together. Reach to the top. Keep the back straight. This is really helping my back. And the reason I'm seated is because it keeps my posture a bit straighter. When you tend to stand, you can slouch to one side or just look a bit uncomfortable. Most people lean on one leg or the other. So this is 20 minutes in now, so we should be about 24, 25 minutes if I'd done my full sets. Apologies for that. If anyone knows a sports therapist that's open at the moment, give me a shout. I'm in absolute agony with it. And this is all down to me lifting a bike into the back of my truck. Easily done. It's the silly things you do. Yeah, so I can feel this burning now. So hopefully you will too. Such a nice day. This weather's just making all the difference at the moment. I said to somebody else, if it had been pouring with rain these last few days, everyone would have been in such a foul mood. Okay, that's the second minute. That's good. Now, those of you that are still working, I expect it's fairly quiet, but you're still going and you're there. Those of you that aren't working, I don't know what you're doing with your time. Homeschooling the kids and stuff. At least we've got some decent weather. Okay, so we're going to do the third set in 5 seconds. So I'm going to give myself 30 seconds recovery. You can give yourself more if need be. Okay? And I say, if these don't work for you, load the arms up with something. Go and sit on the seafront on a bench, grab a couple of pebbles or a couple of rocks and use those. It's really effective, it's quite nice. So my plan was this morning to go for a run after this, but I think my back's too sore. It's going to be another day of just looking after myself, which is really frustrating because it's such a nice day to go out and either run or even cycle. It'd be lovely. When I come to do the core at the end, I might well move from here. See how it happens. Okay, so we're getting a nice burnout this now, so you should all be feeling the same. And that's 3 minutes. Good. Shake that off. Okay. Push-ups or press-ups. Works the shoulders, works the pecs, works the triceps. Really good arm movement, and it's quite cheeky to follow those with the push-ups. Okay, so I'm going to give it a go. It depends how my back is. Now, obviously I'm a little bit elevated here, so arguably it makes it a little bit easier. And this is the bit where I kind of question, do you really want to sit here and watch me do push-ups? But I guess if I give you an idea of pace and depth, then you know exactly what we're doing as well. Okay, so the plan is 60 seconds, 30 recovery, 3 sets. Okay, so we're going to go in 5 seconds, 3, 4, and yeah. So we're going all the way down, back straight as possible. Make sure your chest touches the bench or the floor if you're doing them off the floor. You haven't got to do them a million miles an hour. You've just got to work the body. Can't really talk to you, can I, at the same time? Go make another cup of tea. "15 seconds. And breather. The joy of working to time instead of reps is that you're concentrating on the form and everything else. When you work to reps, you tend to count the reps and then you're not concentrating on the form. And a lot of you that struggle with push-ups, adapt it a little bit. You can incline, you know, find a bench, work off the back of the bench if you need to. I don't want this to be, this first workout, I don't want it to be a killer workout. I don't want it to be one that absolutely finishes you and you all go, oh God, I can't keep up with this. Keep it like within your ability. It's very easy. Right, got to do a second set. These don't hurt my back, so it's all good. 30 seconds. It's 30. A lot of you will be laughing because you never see me actually really doing exercise other than running. It's actually quite funny. Whenever we do circuits and stuff, I rarely get involved, but you know, you're there to coach, right? Okay, so another few seconds, we'll do the third set. And then we've got 2 more arm exercises after that, and 3 bits of core, nice and easy. Okay, so we're gonna go third set. So again, by now you should be getting a little bit of burn off for the arm raises that we did earlier. Okay. Good. A minute. Of course, the other alternative to this, if you don't want to sit here and watch this for an hour, the reason I've done it as a video is not a live feed. Is a live feed you have to tune in and follow me, and with a video you can stop and forward behind it, pause it. If you want, I can just send you the list of stuff, you can do it yourself, but I thought it'd be interesting just to, I guess, go through a bit of form and just work out, you know, what it is we're trying to achieve. But I'll say, if you haven't got an hour spare, don't sit here and watch the whole thing. And you guys got feedback on this. Don't let me do this every week if you're not watching it. It really isn't, you know, going to get watched. There's no point in doing it. So I'm happy to write out sets for you, but I know a few people get confused with certain exercises, and if I'd have said do pec and reach, you might not have understood. So that's why we're doing this. You can tell I'm not keen doing these, can't you? That's why someone said to me about doing the live video, like live tuning video thing. I just think no, because nobody wants to exercise in their front room, and secondly, it just doesn't flow very well. It just feels a bit staged and a bit awkward. I'm not really comfortable doing this now, and this is only one take. I'm not doing sort of several of these. So anyway, we've been going for half hour, so let's crack on. Dips, 3 sets of dips. So these are my favourite tricep dips. Just move on what, because it pinches. So we're going to go down and back up as far down as you can for 60, okay? Again, your legs out straight and go down. A lot of people go down towards there. I want you to go down, straight and back up, okay? It's really important, that way you're hitting the back of the arms. Again, 60 is quite a lot, so just slow it down. You haven't got to do loads. Press your shoulders way at the top. Don't hunch into them. If you get tired, just stop. I will. Not here to prove anything. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's good. 20 seconds left. Breathe with it. Breathing out on the press up. Breathe in on the way down. 3, 2, 1, and breathe up. Yeah. The biggest concern of doing this is what I was going to chat about for the hour. Tell you some bad jokes. Again, it's not the workout's not designed to be a real killer one. I'm purposely making myself not be too out of breath, so I'm not sitting here like heaving and breathing all over the place. If I was doing hill reps, running down, running back up and giving you an exercise, I don't think you get anything out of me. So keeping it nice and gentle, nice and easy, which I think a lot of you will probably appreciate. Sometimes it's just about having the mindfulness of a workout, the wellness of it. It's so much better to be in tune rather than just there to try and kill yourself. It just doesn't, you know, certain times you need that exercise. I know some of you hunt for that, but most of you I think will just appreciate just following something where you can go out, and if you can go and find the woods, come here. You know, you can go wherever you like. They haven't said you can't go a million miles away. Just go and find a space like this at the morning, get it done. It's really nice. Okay, it's going to go again. I just gave myself a minute recovery then, sorry, that was my mistake. To be in the woodlands like this and you can see the sea, it's such a nice thing. Hopefully my pages don't go off because I've got a long way to run home. I did hear yesterday one of the lifeboat stations had picked up a case of corona, so all the other stations are now on a shift basis rather than everyone turning up, which is sad. It's good. I hope everyone's doing this. Should really take my hoodie off. I live in this hoodie, I love it. Still a little bit nippy in the air and I'm not quite warm enough just yet. And that's a minute. That's good. So I'm really starting to feel that work now. 60 seconds of those. Tough, tough, tough. So I'm going to give myself a minute recovery in between these so that I don't fail on the next set. It's amazing how quickly your body re-synthesizes, is the right word. After 30 seconds, it might still be a bit fatigued. After a minute, it feels a bit better. After this, a little jog home, hopefully, to loosen the back off again. Bit of breakfast, and I've got some more clients today. A lot of sort of one-to-one clients over FaceTime, which is working really, really well. People in their own homes. A guy yesterday, you may even watch this, so if you're watching this, well done for yesterday, with a 25 kilo sandbag, doing squats and lifts and popping on the shoulder and stuff. Yeah, it's good. I'm loving the fact that everyone's quite positive and kind of objective to getting stuff done rather than being at home and being a bit sad and a bit sort of depressed about the whole thing. Right, it's got a third minute coming up now. So these are now making the arms nice and gelid, which is good. Still feel my back. I was worried about my back yesterday doing this. It's right in my lower back. It's killing me. I'm supposed to be the fit one. Exercise is good for you, Paul. So if anyone doesn't know where exactly I am, this is the St Helens Park Nature Reserve. So if you come off of the ridge by what was the Bo Peep, you go down there. There's a nice big hill, and it runs all the way down to the bottom hillside road, which is where I am. Okay, 10 seconds. These are kicking in now. Notice how deep I'm going. 90 degrees on the elbows, and that's a minute. Good. Lovely. Shake that off. Yeah, so we used to do circuits here on a Friday night in the woods, and we've come up to this particular horse field that runs up here and back down again. It's a really nice spot. It's a cheeky hill too. I hope this is over very, very soon. Everyone can get back to some normality. I think when you train as much as some of you do, it's part of life, isn't it? And to be told you can't really train, or at least train in the parameters you're used to, gym or whatever it is. A lot of you have said about spin obviously being a bit of a difficult one. Let's just hope it's all back to normal again very, very soon. So I'm just going to spin this back around again for this next set so you can see these. So I'm going to struggle with these because they're reverse flies. So if you were laying on a bench that way, you'd be doing flies that way. What I need you to do is to bend over. I'm going to try and do this without being too bent over. So to hold there, and you can come up, pulse and back, okay? So I'm going to do this as long as I can. I'm probably going to do one set of these because my back is killing me right here, okay? So keep the back straight, head up. And again, it doesn't really load the arms, but it just works the back of the shoulders, and that's going on my back already. So yeah, I'm going to struggle with those. Okay, so we're going to 4-bind this. So 3 sets of those, 60 seconds. Just keep that back straight. So it's kind of like a gorilla position, isn't it? So you're keeping the back straight, so you're protecting here and not, I can't even bend over, but you know, when you roll your shoulders over, that's bad form. So keep your head up, back straight, protect the shoulders, make sure the arms come out here and not back here. But that's not working for me whatsoever, which is a shame. So, yeah, we're just going to 4-bind off that. Sorry about that. Core, we'll move on to core. So we're at 37 minutes at the moment. So imagine this is now 45 minutes. We're kind of almost where we need to be. 15-20 minutes of core and cool down after this. Okay, so again, we're going to pan this round. I need a film director, don't I? Somebody to take care of all this. All right, high plank, knee to elbow. Okay, so we're going to come up and twist. So you can't see my legs all the way back out here. Okay, so we're going to go 60 seconds of alternates, just to make sure you're holding the core and you're getting a little bit of twisting. Okay. Let's wait for get to the top. Okay. So these are small core movements, but again, quite effective, and they're not going to kill me. Again, like I always say, if your knee doesn't touch your elbow, then it doesn't count. So this is a bit of hip flexor, but mostly core. If you're on a flatter surface, it probably works the core more than I'm probably getting here. I am feeling it. Again, following that after push-ups and dips, it's quite a nice move. Seconds. And that's a minute. Good. Yeah, so just always form over function, form over quality. Can't even speak. Form over quantity. Okay, so if you're thinking you're going too quickly and you're starting to bend or you're starting to twist, slow it down. Think about what you're doing. You've got somebody with you, just say, check my form. Is my back straight? 'Cause sometimes you think your back's straight and it's not straight. Your body will put itself in a position that's comfortable to you through habit, but it won't be the right position for the exercise that we're trying to achieve. So just go with that. All right, I'm going to give myself 30 seconds on this just because I don't really need a minute, but again, you take what you need. So you can go a bit further out with the legs, get a little bit deeper. If you want to be really cheeky with these, go under. I'm going to do the second set. I'm going to adapt this a little bit, get a bit more twist. Only because I can't get flat enough because of the angle of the bench and the hill that I've stupidly chosen. And for those of you that don't really have a big garden, or you're not near the seafront, not near a park, then you know what, you can do it indoors, can't you? It's not going to matter too much. This just gives you some options. Okay, it's the second minute. Yeah, take it as you need to, work out where you can. If you've got a nice balcony overlooking the sea like one of my clients, you can do it on your balcony, can't you? It's whatever works for you. I actually thought we'd see the sun actually come up over the top. It's just catching the top of the trees now, but I think we're a bit low down. But you can see as I live down in the valley, so as the sun comes up, it pitches over the top of the house. It's so nice, it really is lovely. Maybe we'll do some classes here once the coronavirus is over. Get back onto this hill, be nice, wouldn't it? Right, I'm going to go again. So this time I'm going to go, we've done these at circuits, so most of you will remember these. This time we're going to go same elbow, same knee, and then cross. We're going to go touch, touch, and back. So I'm going to go 30 seconds and 30 seconds. Just change it up, and it'll catch you out. So if I know you forward wound this, and I'll say to you, did you do both touches? And you'll go, oh, didn't watch that bit. So most of you are turned off by now anyway, you're probably bored. That's good. The other side. Don't give myself much credit, do I? You should all be like, yeah, everyone's tuning into this and watching it to the end. It's a conversation I had with the guys at Run Club on Monday, the last Run Club. I said, I'm not doing any live videos. I'm not dancing around in front of the camera. Very self-conscious with stuff like that. You don't know who's going to watch it. So I'm not going to put it on Facebook. If you want to put it on Facebook, you put it on Facebook. I don't care. But I'm not putting it out there. I only want to send it to people that matter, and that's you guys, because they're the ones that I'm training. It's good. I think I've gone over 30 seconds. I didn't look at the clock. Okay, we'll call that 30 there. That's good. Right, so I've written down on here sit-ups times 3, 60 seconds of. Now, based on the fact that my back's hurting, I'm not going to do the sit-ups. I'm going to cheat this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the Russian twists, which you all know what a Russian twist is, right? So these are 60 seconds times 3. So I've got this at 43 minutes. Bear in mind we skipped a few, so you should be up to about 50 minutes. So this is about right time-wise. I also do, if you're going to go in the gym and do a workout, it should be 45 minutes, and you should absolutely kill yourself and walk out with a really achieved workout. Today, the fact it's 6:45 now, it's a relaxed morning. You don't need to do that. So just make it 45 minutes, make it an hour. Stretch out even longer, pause it, go make a drink in between, just make it a little bit longer than that. So my Russian twist will be the last core exercise that I do with you. So you're doing 3 sets of sit-ups, and you can change those sit-ups by doing 1 set with your legs flat. So if you do it sitting flat on the floor with the legs flat, a minute of those, then do knees bent, feet flat on the floor, a minute of those, and then do legs elevated, so you're coming up and crunching up to the knees or up to the feet. And that'll be your 3 sets, okay? So the reason I'm not going to do that, one is I can't do it here because I can't literally lay on the floor and put the feet on the bench, and I can't really lay on the bench and do it on the bench, so it's just all a bit awkward. So I'm going to sit myself down there and do the Russian twist. So I'm going to move that so you can see me, okay? So this is all a bit confusing, but you'll get where I'm going with this. There we go. There we go. You should be able to see that properly now. Okay, so Russian twists. Gonna lean back, head off the chin. There we go there. Now I'm gonna do one side first. Make sure you get all the way. If you want to make it a bit harder, stretch the arms out. So weirdly, I can do these because I'm keeping my back straight. Is when I arch my back or bend over and try and do a sit-up is where it gets hard and starts to hurt. Good, and then we're going to go the other side. Good. So you should really turn your head as well. I'm looking at the clock on my phone, but I'm going to go to my watch and get a much bigger twist on it. Okay, so that's a minute. So again, just make sure you go all the way over and twist. If I was on a flat surface, I'd lift the legs up, but it's actually quite hard to lift my legs up because it pulls my back here. So again, just adapt it where you can. And also to make it harder, get a dead weight, hold something like, I don't know, like a rucksack or a small child or a dog or, you know, big dog. It's up to you. Right, so we're gonna go again, 30 seconds. So really slow. Side. That's a minute, it's good. Tell you what I didn't bring was a bottle of water. It's good planning, wasn't it? It's too keen to get out of the house, not wake the children up. Okay, so we've got one final set of those. You'll notice I'm probably going a lot slower than some of you may go. There's a reason for that, because it just works the core a bit deeper. So I'm going to go last set. I'm going to go a little bit slower. Just throw a little pulse in there. Keep breathing. Side. Should have done a time lapse of the sun coming up. Probably been more interesting. Good, excellent. Right. Just to recap on that, so I made that about 50 minutes. So with the extra sets that you'll do, that'll easily be an hour. So things to remember: go at your pace. Okay, don't rush through it unless you really want to get a harder workout. If you want to make it harder, less recovery time and add more time to it. So if you want to do 90 seconds and then just do 20 or 30 seconds recovery, that also works really, really well. If you want to throw some run reps in between it, so active recovery is always good. So, you know, I could have easily run down the hill and then come back up again, but that's a workout that I would do. I wouldn't necessarily film it because it's not going to be very much fun for you guys watching me heaving and huffing up and down a hill. So that's a good way of doing it as well. Add equipment if you need to. So if you've got a cheap sort of, you know, lightweight dumbbell or something like that you can carry, do so. Kettlebell works either, medicine ball, you know, anything like that. You've got some dead weight you can do most of those exercises with, which is really, really good. Be warm before you start, so get plenty of mobility in there, have a good stretch off, and when you finish, like I'm going to do now, but I'm not going to video myself doing this, is to cool down properly. So I'm just going to walk, jog back home, and then have a stretch off when I get home. But yeah, just keep on top of you know, conditioning and stretching and making sure that you don't hurt yourself. The most important thing is you feed back to me on this, so I need to know what you all think in terms of, is it the right pace, is it too hard, too easy, is it boring to watch, whatever it is, because like I say, I want to make it right for you rather than just being a whole load of waffle. But equally, if it's too hard to follow as and you don't understand it, then obviously I'll talk you through it. But other than that, thank you. Do that workout at least every other day, so it's not just one workout, it's for every other day, or if you can, every day, although that's probably a big ask for most of you if you're busy. And I'll do another one next Tuesday, Wednesday, and send it over to you, and that'll be week number 2. Okay, take care everyone. Thanks for doing this for me, as in, you know, I know a lot of you have got options of what you can do, some you can train on your own, but helping me as well, which is really appreciated, obviously in these difficult times for everybody, is you know, it's really well appreciated. And yeah, take care and stay positive, guys. All right, take care, have a good day, see you soon.